She was 32 weeks pregnant, just weeks away from meeting her baby. On January 15th in 2026, she got in a car to pick up her partner, but it was the last drive she'd ever take. The expectant mother and her husband never made it home. Instead, their disappearance kicked off one of Nebraska's darkest new mysteries. The very next day, her car was found torched, completely engulfed in flames. Now, police believe they were murdered. We'll piece together the timeline of their disappearance and examine the chilling evidence that turned a missing persons case into a double homicide investigation. It all started on January 15th of 2026 when 26-year-old Hannah Neville left her home in Stromsburg, Nebraska. With so much to look forward to, she was 32 weeks pregnant and by all accounts was excited and elated about starting her family. Friends confirmed she never missed her vital medical appointments. That evening, Hannah was driving her silver 2009 Chevy Trailblazer about an hour to Lincoln to pick up her partner, 27-year-old Roberto Tanner. Hannah is 5'2", with brown hair and green eyes. She's also recognized by 3 distinct tattoos: a rose with the name Delaney on her right hand, a skull with the word Rebel on her right forearm, and a sunflower with Ohana on her left forearm. When she left, she was carrying a light blue Nike backpack. When Hannah drove off that evening, her roommate had no reason to worry, but she would never return. So what happened on that fateful night? Investigators have been using cell phone data and witness statements to build a timeline. Here's what they know. Records show that around 7 p.m. on January 15th, Hannah and Roberto were together at an apartment at 1215 Arapahoe Street in Lincoln. An hour later at 8 p.m., her phone started moving. It traveled to a property at 7600 Northwest 27th Street in rural Lancaster County. It's this location where the phone stayed for several hours until about 1:30 in the morning. After that, the signal bounced around to a few other spots before it just went dark on the afternoon of January 16th. In a deeply sinister discovery, in the early morning hours of January 16th, police in Lincoln were called to a vehicle fire in a cul-de-sac near 39th and Cornhusker Highway. It was Hannah's Chevy Trailblazer, and it was totally engulfed in flames, its interior severely damaged. When officers tried to call Hannah to tell her about the fire, her phone was already out of service. Chillingly, police now believe that by the time her car was burning, she was likely already deceased. When Hannah didn't come home, her roommate reported her missing. By late January, the situation looked grim. Hannah, who was so diligent about her health, had missed crucial medical appointments for her pregnancy. And of course, her car had been found torched. The Nebraska State Patrol issued an endangered missing advisory, and the case escalated quickly. On February 2nd of 2026, Lincoln Police Chief Michonne Morrow confirmed what everyone feared. This was no longer a missing persons case. It was now officially a double homicide investigation. Just a day before the case was declared a homicide, it took a shocking turn. On February 1st, Lincoln police arrested 2 people. They arrested 24-year-old Sterling James on suspicion of 2 counts of first-degree murder. His wife, 22-year-old Sayde Titus, was arrested on suspicion of aiding and abetting. In a truly tragic twist, police confirmed that Sterling James is Roberto Tanner's half-brother. According to the investigation, witnesses stated that James admitted to shooting both Hannah and Roberto. He then allegedly buried their bodies before driving Hannah's SUV to a different location and setting it on fire. This investigation is still very much active, with law enforcement from multiple counties searching for Hannah and Roberto's bodies. If you have any information that could help investigators finally bring this family some closure, you are urged to contact the Lincoln Police Department at 402-441-6000. Or, to remain anonymous, you can contact Lincoln Crime Stoppers at 402-472-3600. We'll be following this case as it develops, so be sure to subscribe for more updates. What was supposed to be a simple drive to reunite for the evening ended in a senseless tragedy that has shaken a Nebraska community. A young couple just weeks away from becoming parents vanished. Their car was found destroyed by fire, and the investigation led police to a horrifying conclusion. They were allegedly murdered by a family member. While arrests have been made and a confession has reportedly been made, the most crucial pieces of this puzzle is still missing. The bodies of Hannah, Neville, and Roberto Tanner have not been found. Until they are brought home, their families and a heartbroken community are left waiting for the final devastating chapter of Nebraska's darkest mystery to close.